Hello my loves, what is up? What is going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about becoming anybody. Become your dream self. You can become literally anybody that you want to be. What does your dream self look like? You are that, otherwise you wouldn't have a dream self that already exists within you, my love. That is why it was there. So we're going to be talking about how to unlock that, how to become your dream self in today's video. So if you guys have a big goal that you want to reach, whether that's owning $1 million home or having a business where you work for yourself or living a free lifestyle where you get to travel all the time and just work from wherever, whatever your dream life looks like, you can become that. And this is through the art of becoming, through shifting your identity. And basically what this process is you think about all of your big goals that you want to reach. Who's the type of person that could reach those type of goals? Who is the person that owns the $1 million home? Who is the person that travels and works remote and owns their own successful business and, is this or is that? Whatever your dreams and goals are, who is the person that fits that bill? Who do you need to become in order to be that? What does that person look like to you? So by defining who you need to become and what that person looks like, how they feel, how they think, how they act, what sort of actions they take, what sort of habits they have in their life. Define all of these things. What sort of habits would this person have, and how do they currently differ from your current habits, from your current mindsets, from your current emotional, mindsets and thoughts that you have? How does your current self differ from that dream self? And by defining this and then pinpointing these differences, you can now see how you need to change in order to become this, because when you become this new person, you'll adopt the mindsets that this person has. And with those mindsets, you'll then take new action in your life. You'll have different reactions to certain things, and different opportunities are going to pop up to you that you're going to take different action on than your previous self would have. Your previous self might have walked through life having certain actions and reactions that kept them in that same bubble, in that same reality. But as you become and adopt these new mindsets, these new thinking patterns, these new beliefs, and these new habits, you're now going to become this dream self who makes these new choices, who is now shifting onto the path that dream self would be on, because now you're taking different action in your life because you have different thoughts. Now with these new belief systems, you're expanding what's possible for you, which means you're going to make new choices in your life, and you're not going to have as many fears as your previous self would have. Your previous self might have fears of I can't let go of my current job because I don't know if I can become or reach my biggest goals. What if that's not possible for me? They might be hard to reach. Therefore, I might as well just stay safe and stay in my current bubble, right? But if we become our dream self knows what's possible. Our dream self knows that, hey, I can achieve this big goal, because your dream self has achieved that big goal. So think about, what does that dream self look like? And the more that we can shift into this new identity, the more that we can become this dream self, the more that we're going to open up to new possibility, the more that our actions are going to be in alignment with that dream self, the more that we're going to adopt these new habits that shift our path. It literally will begin to shift your path. You're going to open up more possibility for you that you would have probably dismissed or not even seen as your previous current self. So this is the art of becoming. So becoming your dream self, how do we do it? How do we become our dream self? Well, first, like we were saying, it is about defining who your dream self is. And the key things that you want to define in your dream self is, how does this person think? How does this person act? What does this person believe? What are their beliefs? Do they have these limitations on themselves, or do they know that true love exists, or do they know that they are worthy? Do they know that they have, more potential or whatever? Because these are all beliefs that we put on ourselves, right? They're not factual reality. We get to choose our own beliefs, and that will shift your life. When you shift your belief systems, you shift your life. So how does that person think? How do they act? What do they believe in? What are their habits? And what is their emotional state? So you want to define their emotional state, their thinking state, their action, their habits, and their beliefs. So when you define these 5 different categories, you then get an overall encompassing view of this new self. And so how can you slowly begin to shift into this dream self? You might not be able to do it overnight, although maybe some of you can. It really depends. It's different person per person. But if you can shift at least 1% per day into this new self, which I've been reading the book Atomic Habits. I forgot who it's by. It's by James Clear. It's like sitting on my desk right there. I was reading this book last night that if you can change 1% every day, which is not a whole lot, that's very minimal, right? And I feel like that's very tangible for a lot of us. I feel like that can be a tangible thing for anybody. Anybody can change 1% per day, right? We can change at least 1% of an area of our life every day. And if you do that over an entire year, it compounds to 37 times. You are going to shift your reality 37-fold. So that's a huge shift. If you can change 1% per day, that's almost 37 times more shifts and more changes than if you kind of just stay the same, right? So if we're wanting to change, this can actually compound and become very dramatic. You can make a dramatic shift in just a year. So if you are wanting to attain your dream life, imagine what you can do in 1 year by just changing 1% every day. This is huge. This is like unheard of, right? So take a clear look at who you are. Take a clear look at who your dream self is. Have a clear picture of that. And then you're going to be able to see, again, what you need to shift, what you need to change. And if you can change 1% of yourself every day in the direction of your dream self, just 1% every day, one small little thing every day, if you focus on shifting that, if you focus on becoming that new self, you are going to get there. Just one little step every day, just a small step. Doesn't even have to be major. It can be something as minimal as cleaning your house and deciding that I now view myself as an organized person and I'm no longer going to let my house get super messy to where I have to like keep cleaning it. Because one thing that a lot of us try to do, we decide like, hey, I'm going to be a clean person, and then we clean our whole house, but we don't actually view ourselves as an organized, clean person. We still think, I'm a little bit lazy and I'm like unorganized and I don't like to put things away when I first use them. If we still identify as that, we're gonna get our house completely messy again before we can even blink. It's gonna become completely messy again, and then we're gonna have to, go through that huge shift where we're like, I need a whole house cleaning day where I take off a whole day to just get it back organized again. Maybe even an entire week depending on how bad it's getting. But if we can change our identity, we change how we see ourselves, and we change who we are. And we finally decide, I am a clean person who is organized. I put things back where they belong right when I use them. If we can change on the identity level, we can then actually shift our life to where we are a clean person. We don't need to have these huge cleaning binges in our house because we're just automatically a more clean person, because that's how we identify ourselves. Another example is like if you're trying to go to the gym and get healthy, you're trying to eat healthy, but you still identify as somebody who has huge cravings. You still see yourself as that, and you just identify with somebody who's like trying to go to the gym or trying to eat healthy. If you identify with that, that means still at the deepest core of yourself, you still see yourself as somebody who's unhealthy. And if you see yourself as somebody who's unhealthy, you have to force yourself to go to the gym. You have to force yourself to eat healthy. Whereas if you can see yourself as like, I am a healthy person. I just am. That's who I am. I don't identify as somebody who's trying to become healthy. I just am. I am a person who goes to the gym. I am a person who does eat healthy. That's who I am. And you actually change that, and you look at what habits are equal to that, and you actually begin to follow that. You change yourself from inside out rather than outside in, hoping that the outside is going to change your internal state, because it doesn't really work that way. When we try to change the external without changing the internal, it is so hard for us to keep up with that. But when instead we change our internal and we then allow our internal state to shift the external, that's when lasting change gets created, because lasting change starts from within. Lasting change means that you are the change. It's not just the external world, because the external is very untangible. It's intangible. The inside is the only thing that we have control over. So if you want to actually create change, it is changing your identity. If you want to create your dream life and get to your dream world, change yourself internally, see how you need to shift, and make steps towards that, every day and create these new habits. Do something that shifts your life just 1% every day, because that's something that's actually tangible. And that's something that's, it's not asking a lot, right? So you're just doing these little shifts, you are going to create exponential change. It compounds over time. And then you can become a brand new person who can be anybody. So this is the art of becoming anybody, becoming your dream self, creating your dream life. It all starts with you. You have the power. And whenever we give our power away by saying, oh, I can't do it because I'm too old, or I can't do it because of blank, or I can't do it because I'm stuck in this current thing and how do I get out of that? I can't get out of it. You know, we tell ourselves these stories like, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this because of this, because of that, because of this. You are literally giving your power away. You're saying, I can't do it because of this external force. The external force does not matter. There's people who have done numerous amounts of unexplainable things from the most unexplainable circumstances. And they've done it anyway. They've come from rock bottom and made it to rock top, if you want to say it that way, and done the impossible. So there isn't actually any limitation. If that was an actual fact, it would mean that nobody would be able to get through it. Nobody would have been able to do it. So these are all just limitations we put on ourselves that do not actually exist. If you want to do anything, you have that power. Take your power back by realizing I can make that choice if I decide to. And so are you going to decide to? Are you going to make the change? Are you going to do it? It's up to you. So that is the art of becoming anybody. You can do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Who are you trying to become? What is your new identity? What shifts are you making this year? What are you gonna do? Share it with me down below. I'd love to read it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you guys in my next one.